now I may have a bit of a problem if I'm going to take care of those dogs. Because I realize now that I needed more of those bolts. And, well... Wait, why is it telling me to go back out? To collect 2 more pearls? Sorry, Granny, I don't have time for you. I have to deal with Delilah. Alright, let's make our way upstairs. Since apparently there's some goodies here. Whoa. Can you say super creepy? I can tell it's pretty much what this level is. This whole place is gonna be super creepy. Whoa. Uh-oh. It's an overseer.
Please, no. Don't make me eat anymore.
Overseer interrogation. I was unable to extract much from this one. He was well trained. Feeding him his former companion elicited mostly useless sounds and mess. I'll try again tomorrow unless he becomes violently deranged, in which case I'll have little choice but to put him down. So what's this bone charm? Swift shadow. You move forward slightly faster while in stealth mode. Nice. Now I'm finding really good ones. Do that. Here we go. Overseer's orders. Brother Pradcliffe, you are charged with surveillance of the Moocher Haven district and surrounding estates. Travel there immediately and report all findings to the office of the High Overseer. If any signs of organized heresy are uncovered, send for additional support. Do not attempt to handle the situation alone. Remember, the Strictors and you will not fail. Overseer Cranton.
I denounce the Abbey. Wandering gate.
Warning on corrupted charms. Yada 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 yada.
Lying tongue, restless hands. What happened to you? I denounce the oracles. The oracles. They saw. The Cauldron girl is the key. The girl in the painting. Where's Delilah?
Oh.
Over here.
Whoops. Alright, he coming? No. Woo! That was close. I was afraid a whole bunch of them were gonna hear her and show up. Thank goodness they're like, she's crying wolf again. Let's just ignore her. A corrupted charm. What's this one? Zephyr. Overall movement speed is increased, damage taken is increased. Again, not that great. 150 coins, nice, nice. Oh great, a hound. An active hound. Oh, he's not even in this room, hold on. He's in the other room, okay.
I'm glad I found you. Is the painting of the void sealed?
Yes. I put the lantern back in Our Lady's studio. It'll be ready when she calls.
But I don't think Delilah will return this way. When she calls us, it will be to Dunwall Tower.
Huh.
Probably true.
Evie, may I confess something to you? Promise not to tell the others.
Of course. You can always confide in me.
When I was in the studio, I painted the mark on my hand, just to see. It was foolish, I know, but I couldn't help myself.
Never be ashamed of your ambition. It's why she chose you.
Thank you. Your words are always exactly what I need, Evie. If only my birth sisters had been more like you.
Well, if they had, they'd still be alive, wouldn't they?
Huh. Alright, both of those are disarmed. Ah! Huh. Look at this place. I found her studio. Okay. I didn't have to explore the area all that much. Delilah's journal. Now that the painting is finished, I will sit in my young lady Emily's skin and wear her face like a mummer's mask. Havelock and his lick-spittles will put the child on the throne, but it is me they will be crowning. Delilah, the kitchen girl from Dunwall Tower. They called me Sokolov's apprentice, but whose paintings reach through to the spirit? Mine. They will never know their blunder, but I will be sure to whisper it into their ears at their executions. My followers will bear the lantern to the gallery in order to open the way to the void. There I will use the painting to complete the ritual. My walk into Emily's flesh must be undisturbed. The ritual has other uses, which I will explore over time. Any image made by my hand could serve as the focal point for the spell. I imagine one of my enemies as a still life imprisoned in a bowl of fruit without amusement.
So Delilah wants to use Emily to become Empress. Emily Colvin.
Okay, so first, let's save. Alright. Oh. Use the lantern to illuminate the painting in the gallery. Oh, the gallery's over there. Oh. Huh. So now I have to get to the gallery. I don't think going down there would help. Not really sure, but let's check anyway. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That's not good. What? Oh, I thought I disarmed that one. I guess not. Whoops. Alright. Really have to... Oh, boy. Okay, she's out. Alright. Let's just, let's dump her in here with her sister here. The gallery is over there. Ah! There's a charm and a rune over there! Arrgh! Want them.
No. Delilah's former patron. How delicious.
Hold on. Delilah's orders. I've ordered the lantern to be placed in my studio in the West Wing. Use it to enter the painting only if your situation is dire. I will be busy preparing for the ritual and cannot be disturbed. I trust you can handle Dowd should he materialize. Delilah.
Yes. Arrested. Stripped of his title and license. He'll rot in Coleridge.
I assume you've already told Delilah.
Yes. Though I couldn't tell she was pleased to hear the news. Perhaps she actually cared for you.
What might it...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I have a Brigmore chess key. Ah! Nom 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 nom. Robust. What is this? Potions give you my... Yeah, it's okay. Alright. There we go. Alright. Ooh, hello. Some more bolts, thank you. I'll gladly take those. Ooh, runes over here. Yes, a rune. Now I have enough to fully upgrade vitality. There we go, health regeneration. Painting ritual. The painting of the possession target must be positioned above the altar. After preparing the ritual, the performer must lay on the altar. If the ritual has been prepared correctly, the performer will then enter the body of the subject of the painting. Warning, the subject of the painting must be the possession target. Any other painting may trap the performer of the ritual. Interesting. I wonder if perhaps I could use that against Delilah. The gallery's right over here. But so are a couple of her sisters. Alright, there's an autosave going on here. Let me go ahead and also make another save. Because I'm getting closer, but there are still some more witches in my way. But fortunately, still got plenty of sleep darts. Okay, oh, I almost missed this. A second solution. What's this? It is through the fault is an excerpt from a series of newspaper articles from prominent natural philosophers by Piero. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula. Oh, Piero. A name I did not choose. Piero's remedy. A name I did not choose if you must know the truth. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal, if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting this remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it within the blood of those so afflicted, and it is nearly perfect. Elegant, in fact. And while it is true that Piero's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirit. And it is in this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest. For you see, Sokolov's elixir, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variants in the key ingredients making up Piero's remedy ensure it works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Reghaven River. Oh, Piero. And it's so amusing since I know that you and Sokolov eventually work together just fine. Aha! Here's where I am now.
Are you brewing so again this week? Yes, of course, my love.
Hello. Alright, they're both asleep. Man, when they both appear like that, it's like, yikes, what else do I do here? Ooh, more bolts. Delicious. Uh-oh.
Lord Ramsay or one of the others will be.
Let them tear each other. We'll feast on the swans.
Help me! A stranger is...
Show yourself, you toad.
There we go. Ah! Oh no! Whoa! 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 Holy moly! That is ridiculous. You know what? Oh my gosh, run! Run, 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 run. Run, run, run. Forget it, forget it, forget it. Just run, just run, just run. Oh, let go of me, stupid plant.
Come to me.
Ah!
No
There's a
sleep
boy
tonight.
with you. Take it.
Oh, I don't have any more choke dust. Ah! All of a sudden, this all fell apart. Ah! This all fell apart. Ah! Somehow, you take care of one, all of a sudden, two more just appear out of thin air. Yeah, that fell apart really fast. And those plants they summon that pull you and grab you, that is nonsense. Good night.
Seems that Rothwild's gone missing from his slaughterhouse. There's chaos on the killing floor.
Lord Ramsay or one of the others will move in. The city needs whale oil.
Let them tear each other apart. We'll feast on the spoils. Really, sister, you ought to have your mind on more important things.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
One of my dear sisters has wandered away from here.
Uh-oh. See, that one just appeared out of nowhere.
Come out here. It's no use.
We'll see about that.
You're going to suffer when I find you.
This time, the little rat has gotten away.
Stay here.
Ah! Man, they're all right there. Wow. Just getting to the gallery is like hard in itself. Good thing I found the lantern when, first. Good thing they can't hear water splashing.
Seems that Rothwild's gone missing from his slaughterhouse. There's chaos on the killing floor.
Lord Ramsay or one of the others will move in. The city needs whale oil.
feast on the spoils.
Will you join us for a swim, lady? Please. I'm sick of it.
And the way these ladies just keep constantly disappearing or whatever. See, all of a sudden, the stealth part of this got a little hard. Got a tad bit difficult. Look at this. Now they're all coming in here. Ugh. Good thing she doesn't look up. Uh-oh. Hello. Got her. There we go. A war medal. Delilah's musings. I worked in my studio until late last night and completed the painting of Emily. When Dowd kidnapped her, I was terrified that he might already know what I was planning. But it seems I overestimated him. He turned her over to the conspirators. What a fool. Once young Emily assumes the throne, I'll already be looking out of those lovely brown eyes.
Come out now. Have your eyes.
What if I go this way?
You're going to suffer when I find you.
Oh boy. Yep, they're on alert. They are on alert. This could be a helpful way to sneak by. Let me make another save here. I was hoping to go through this a little faster, but I forgot how difficult this little ending part right here is.
Lady Delilah paint.
Oh, there's little chance of that.
Hello. Huh. There we go, disarm and loot. Disarm. Disarm.
It pains me that I cannot be at Delilah's side during the final moments of the ritual. She's alone. What if something goes wrong? Who will help her? Doesn't it worry you?
You underestimate our great lady's resourcefulness. She is not alone. Not entirely.
The statues. Of course.
They're more than statues. She's put her will in them, and in the void their power is much greater. Do not fret, sweet Tilda. Lady Delilah needs you to be strong and steadfast. This is no time to wilt like a summer daisy.
I won't. Forgive me, sister. You're right.
There we go. Oh my goodness. After what we just experienced a little while ago, I'm glad I got through that. Delilah's notes. Brunhilde came to me last night while I was in my studio in the West Wing, finishing the ritual painting of young Lady Emily. She informed me that one of our girls allowed herself to get caught and interrogated at Coldridge Prison. Nevertheless, it seems Dowd is oblivious to my plans. Oh, if only she knew. Put you both back here behind the painting. Nothing else in this room. Oh, I spoke too soon. More bolts. Alright. Where it opened, I entered. Set the lantern near the painting. Whoa. Look at that. Use. Enter the painting. The Void. Ooh, here we go. Our showdown with Delilah. So the Bloodbriar is that plant thing. Okay. So I think there are a number of ways you can do this confrontation. Partly depending on what kind of chaos run you're doing. Whoa. Outsider.
You have many talents, Dowd, and they've served you. Delilah's talents are quite different. She creates images, but she does more. She captures spirit. She insinuates her will into her subject, whatever it is. We're witnessing her masterpiece, and perhaps yours as well. I gave you Delilah's name, and you followed it to this moment. You see now what hangs in the balance. Emily's life, Delilah's ambition, an empire in the act of crumbling. In your long life, I've rarely seen you act with such consummate grace. I give my marks sparingly, and I don't play favorites, but I will watch this with unusual attention.
Oh, I want to know so much more about you, Outsider. Oh man, if I ever can catch an interview with Arcane Studios of someone going, so, the Outsider. Leap! Leap of faith.
The Void.
Oh.
Time to see what you've really got, Delilah.
So I can either, like, go up to her and confront her about this, or I can try and do what I want, you know, like, end this in my own way, like, without her ever knowing that I was even there. Let me make a save here, because after getting through that, I don't want to have to do that all over again, so... There. So glad I discovered that you could actually, you know, stay up high and get there, stealth-like that way. There she is. Okay, hold on a second. So, I could either kill Delilah, or, non-lethal, find a suitable replacement painting. I think I can do that, although the statues may give me away, so I have to be very careful about this.
Emily Caldwin, daughter of Jessamine Caldwin, heir to the Empire of the Isles. I call out to you from
Hello.
Would any painting work for Delilah's ritual? I wonder, this painting might be useful.
Huh. Replace the painting of Emily.
I made my brushes from the hairs of your own skin. Emily. You cannot ignore me. My power is too deep. My reach too long.
Hold on, this is gonna have to take really good timing. The timing for this has to be perfect.
Brush touches paint. Brush touches skin.
Alright, I replaced it.
Brush touches
I replaced the painting, and now she's gonna do the ritual without even realizing. Yes!
I breathe your breath. I can feel what you do. Bright mornings in the pub. I feel the cold.
She's about to trap herself, and she doesn't even realize it.
And the stink of the river. Image strikes the eye. Eye touches the mind. Mind touches the world. I feel your love for Corvo Atama and your lost mother. For your caretaker, Callista. I feel your fear in the night. Your hunger to learn. To become someone important. My hunger too. My fear. You are becoming mine.
No, she's not.
Finished. Close your eyes, Emily. Sleep forever.
You
Feel the
fool.
void open beneath you. Make
You
room
idiot.
for me. Give in to me, Emily. Give in to me now. Hate flows. Blood flows. Life goes. Out with the old, in with the new. You've lived in these bones long enough, sweet young girl. It is complete. I am... What's happening? This is all wrong! What am I becoming? Outsider blood? Is this some trick? Goad!
Bye-bye, Delilah. Trapped herself. Target neutralized. So much for Delilah. Target rescued. Emily Caldwin. Yes. I did it. I got the trophy. I didn't kill anyone at all throughout this entire DLC. Clean hands. So yeah, there's the trophy. If you do it in the main game, the trophy is clean hands. In the Knife of Dunwall, it's cleaner hands. And because I pulled off in this DLC, I got the cleanest hands. So I got 3 of 4 runes, 4 of 4 bone charms, and yeah, that was awesome. So I was worried about the dog. So the hounds do not count towards the killing. So that's good to know. I'm so glad I pulled that off. That was awesome. The old switcheroo, and she had no clue. Now, I think I'll talk about this during the credits. So let's see the ending. Dowd's hideout. Ah, yes. Now we come to it. The moment from the main game when Corvo made it to their hideout to confront Dowd. Everything is connected. Delilah's threat is ended. You've made your choices. Come what may.
No one will ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwin from a living
Yeah,
death.
Corvo doesn't know
as
about
Delilah's
this.
puppet. No one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter.
That's when he captured Corvo and brought him to
Somewhere.
their hideout.
And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy. Made my living as a killer. One of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes.
Which, of course, was referred to when Corvo decided his fate. Yep. This was when you beat Dowd in the main game,
I have one
and then
more
you decide his
surprise
fate.
for you. I asked for my life when I killed your Empress and took her daughter. Something broke inside me. Now I want nothing but to leave this city and fade from the memory of those who reside here. I've had enough killing. So my life is in your hands. Make your choice.
You make an eloquent plea for a man with innocent blood on his hands. It's a shame Corvo doesn't know the real story, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
How in these days you passed through Coldridge Prison like a shadow, dared the tangles of Dunwall's underworld, and walked out unscathed, outwitted one of the greatest witches in a generation, all with consummate care and skill. How you saved Emily Caldwin, daughter of the Empress, first of her name, and no one will ever know.
Yep.
But how does it end for Dowd, the hired killer, the murderer, the savior of the Empire? It's up to Corvo now.
And because you played through this low chaos, it reflects the low chaos choice from the main game. And that, my friends, was DisHonored, the Brigmore Witches. These two DLCs, exploring the character of Dowd, telling this story about Dowd, that while Corvo was doing what he was doing, that Dowd was actually doing something to take down the Delilah, who was as big a threat as any of the conspirators. She was going to take over Emily's body and rule as Empress through that, which would have, you know, can you imagine what that would have been for Emily if, she, like, either she would have died or she would have been, like, alive, trapped inside her own mind and body the whole time? I mean, just imagine that. And like they were saying, no one will ever know other than Dowd and the Outsider. They are the only ones that will ever know that. Hold on, let me turn down the music here. There we go. Alright, but yeah, there's also a number of ways that whole confrontation could have gone. You could have actually walked up to Delilah, and you could have still done it non-lethally. You could have fought her, and then, like, maybe hit her with a sleep dart or something, or get her to, you know, choke her out, put her to sleep, so that she was unconscious. Then go get the painting, and then go put it over there, and then, like, lay her down on the table. And then it would have still worked. You know, or you could have done it, obviously, the high chaos lethal way. So, but that way, it was just amazing, hilarious, knowing that she was sealing her own doom and she had no idea. Another fantastic job as Michael Madsen. Absolutely fantastic job. Billy Lush as the Outsider. Just great. Aaron Cottrell as Delilah. All the voice acting in this was really well done. And sadly, this is where we will have to come to an end when it comes to... Oh, by the way, I thought I recognized Kimberly Brooks' voice in there. I was like, does that sound like Ashley from Mass Effect? Yep, that's her. So sadly, this is the end of the Dishonored content. I know there's like one other DLC called the Dunwall City Trials, but that's kind of like just challenge things. I've never really been interested in that. I've always been interested only in DLCs that really expand on story. And this was one of the best two-part DLCs to expand on the story, as well as a character that, man, it's fascinating. He killed the Empress, but he actually saved the Empire from having Delilah be the Empress, because, you know, that would have been an incredibly terrible fate if Delilah had been taken over Emily and been the Empress. And Dowd ended up being the one to save her, but no one ever knows, including Corvo. Now, obviously, if you had done the high chaos run where you killed everything, then you can expect that Corvo would have done the high chaos, you know, where he kills Dowd there at the end. So, but I love the idea of that, like, he kind of redeems himself in a way. Like, even the Outsider talks about how, like, you've got innocent blood on your hands, and yet lately you have did so with such grace, you didn't really kill anyone, you know, that you kind of went through for this redemption path. And I'm hopeful that this can possibly be explored in the franchise, because as I think I mentioned in the credits of the main game, this game was so successful that they didn't think it would be, that they've actually decided to make it a franchise. In fact, this recent E3, this year's E3 at 2015, at Bethesda, they had their own press conference. They not only announced that they were going to have a definitive edition for Dishonored on next-gen consoles, PS4, Xbox One, but that also they announced Dishonored 2. Now, what's fascinating about what I saw in the trailer is that it showed Emily as a grown woman. She was kind of taking up Corvo's place, like using the abilities of the Outsider, using weapons, wearing a mask. She was pretty much being Corvo from this game. So it makes me wonder, because of the good ending we got, how that's going to play, because as far as I know, she was a great empress, but they never mentioned anything about her taking up Corvo's place as an assassin, so to speak. Depending on how you played it, of course. I think I would like to say maybe an agent of the Outsider because of the abilities and his mark. But I'm so excited for the sequel. I cannot wait to see what else they expand upon, because there's so much lore in this game. There's books all about these different areas of the Empire, and you never get to go there. So I'm thinking, well, that kind of hints and leaves openings for they can make another game about where you go to this area, or make an open world game where you can actually go to different parts of the Empire. And who knows, maybe that next game will actually be that. I don't know. They only kind of announced it and showed that. That's all we really saw. There was really nothing else that they hinted at, or in regards to what the game is going to be like. But I am so excited. I cannot wait for that game to come out. I cannot wait to get that game. So this will have to sadly become be the end of it, unless, this is a big unless, and I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Those of you who have watched this series, if you watch my playthrough of the main game, if you watch the DLCs, if you have enjoyed this, if you want more Dishonored content, I would be willing to do a playthrough of this on the definitive edition on PlayStation 4 on a high chaos run. Because, as I have mentioned, this game is totally different if you go through it high chaos. Not just the main game, but these two DLCs. Those endings you got there and how those things played out, those can be completely different if you go through it high chaos, as opposed to the stealthy low chaos run. And, the gameplay-wise, it's pretty fun, because you don't necessarily have to worry about sneaking through. You can just destroy everything in your path, and, it can be a little faster that way. But like I said, I'm going to be picking up for myself anyway, but if you guys actually want to see me do a playthrough of a high chaos run of this game and see what it's like maybe on next-gen graphics now, because this was on PS3, but if you want me to see you do it on PS4 and do it like a high chaos run, as well as the DLCs on high chaos, I'll leave it up to you guys. Let me know in the comments, below. Leave some likes if you want, because I absolutely love this game and this franchise. Oh, look at this. In memory of Jessamine Caldwin. Oh, Dowd went to pay his respects because of how bad he felt about killing Jessamine. You see, that makes Dowd's character just wonderful. He's not a cold-blooded assassin and killer like we first thought. There's so much more to his character. Michael Madsen did such a great job with this character. I would love to see if he ever has talked about what it was like doing the voice for this character, what he thinks about the character. If they ever decide to explore the character of Dowd more so in future games of this franchise, if he'd be willing to come back and do so, or if this was just a one-and-done thing. But I would imagine he loved doing this character since he was willing to come back and do both of these DLCs. Sadly, some games don't have DLCs that are this great when it comes to expanding on the story as well as a certain character, but I'm so glad that this game had these dual DLCs, and these dual DLCs highly raise up the value of this game, in my opinion. The fact that you can get this game plus these two DLCs all for only $20 on next-gen consoles. If you never played Dishonored back then when it first came out on either PC, PS3, or Xbox 360, I highly recommend picking themselves up, you guys picking them up if you have a PS4 or an Xbox One and you never played it before, because for only $20, you are getting so much value for your dollar. And for only $20, it's a huge steal. And of course, the way you can play this, either low chaos or high chaos, the way it carries over, even the beginning of this DLC, if you played it high chaos, the way your assassins talk to you about how things went, if you did everything high chaos, is pretty fascinating, pretty awesome. So, but yes, unless you guys request me to do a high chaos run on PS4, the Definitive Edition, this will be the end of Dishonored content on my channel until Dishonored 2 eventually comes out. I have no idea. They only announced the game. They didn't announce when it's coming out. Obviously, they want to give more attention to Fallout 4 at that press conference than they did for Dishonored. But I am super excited. Very much looking forward to Dishonored 2 when it eventually comes out. And obviously, when it does, I will probably be covering it since I love this franchise so much. This is just one of my absolute favorite games. But until then, this is the end of Dishonored content here on my channel. My name is DJ Neeks, and I will see you guys next time.